Hiya guys, it's Colleen from Capricorn Soul 1111. I hope you're doing well. This is going to be the weekly elemental reading for earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn and Virgos. Welcome. I just also wanted to say thank you to every single one of you that's subscribed to my channel so far. I'm completely overwhelmed by how many of you have subscribed, so thank you. For anybody new that's watching, welcome in, and if you like the reading, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button, and if you hit the little bell it will remind you or notify you when I upload new videos each week. So yeah, this is going to be the earth sign reading for this coming week. The readings are timeless, so if you watch this at a later stage and it resonates, then you know the message was meant for you. The readings obviously are general, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and if it doesn't resonate with you, the reading isn't for you, okay? So let's get to it. Oh, and by the way, I do have an Instagram page, so for any of you that are on Instagram, feel free to give my page a follow. It's at Capricorn Soul 1111, and I'll announce on there weekly when my videos are up, and on YouTube, and I also just post sort of quotes and funny spiritual things and stuff like that. So here we go. Right, let's do this. Split the deck for my earth signs for this week. Overarching energy in the past situation, the sun. Feeling revitalised, got lots of energy. Overarching energy is the sun card. That's quite a young, fresh energy here, but it's right next to the Tower card. So there's definitely been a situation in your life, earth signs, that's caused a bit of an awakening within you. And that there's been some, you know, some communication with somebody in your life that has caused conflict. And within this conflict, it's caused a Tower moment. And the Tower is the breaking down of foundations and sort of rebuilding from the ground up, but it's also quite devastating. So whatever this conflict is, it's caused major changes within you. But I feel almost like it was something that needed to happen. In the process of this, I think whatever this destruction, you know, whatever this destruction has been, it's definitely caused you to awaken and given you sort of a, for me this is like a new lease of life. You feel invigorated. Let's get some clarifiers on this, you know, so we can establish what the conflict was for you guys, earth signs. I mean, could have been conflict over children if you're married. The Empress. Well, that's interesting actually, because we were talking about conflict surrounding children, and the Sun card is obviously a young, fun, childish nature, but the Empress card can be the mother. So I feel a little bit with the Queen of Swords here, I may well be picking up on a small collective here, earth signs, of, you know, mothers, where there's been some conflict surrounding your children. Yeah, look. So the Judgment, you know, the Temperance card here, clarified by the Ace of Swords. And this is about the Ace of Swords and new beginnings, and about speaking your truth. And I feel that that next to the Queen of Swords here is that you've had a really sort of blunt conversation with somebody surrounding children, surrounding your children. And the cycle, whatever this cycle is, whatever's been happening, that cycle's coming to an end. It's coming to fruition, it's coming to completion. Because you've stepped up and said your piece. And there's definitely been some conflict here and some deception You know, things haven't been as they seemed. And again, with the Five of Cups there, it's about conflict again. You've got 2 5s here. And that Tower moment, I guess, is you standing your ground, not behaving or responding the way that you always have done. I definitely feel that this is a situation surrounding a family and conflict surrounding a child or children. And, you know, this situation needing to come to a close. Okay, let's take a little look in the present situation for you, Earth signs. But that Empress card is definitely for me, a mother. There's been some big shifts here, guys. Really big shifts for you. Let's get a bit more information on the present situation for you. Yeah, it's definitely about a family situation here, guys. 10 of Cups there. Overall outcome for the present situation. I feel perhaps maybe you've been holding on to a relationship that hasn't been that great, and it's been a lot of work. And I feel almost like the tipping point with that Tower moment is something to do with your child or children. There's definitely been some conflict here surrounding a family, and it's been a lot of work. And I feel a little bit perhaps maybe like you've held on because of the family, and you've reached a point, and maybe there's been another offer of love here that you've not reciprocated because of the family. But things are going to change. The Ace of Wands for me is like, I call it my Harry Potter magic wand. Wishes will be granted. New cycles will begin. Speaking your truth. Moving forward in your truth to find happiness. I feel a little bit like you've stayed together for the sake of the family, and that's not been the right choice. And there's still conflict going on with the children present. Could be conflict about wanting to start a family even. You know, obviously take what resonates. I'm going to get some clarification on this for you guys as well. Four shuffles for my Earth signs. See a little bit more of what's going on here. Yeah. There's not been equal work in this relationship for a long, long time. You know, here. Conflict. Fives of conflict. There's definitely been some conflict that's disrupted your family. The dynamic of your family and your happiness. I feel a little bit like you've held on to the relationship for far too long, and, you know, you need to release it to get fulfillment with the Nine of Cups there. And interestingly, I looked at the bottom of the deck and look, there's a Strength card. Strength. Having the strength to move forward. Wow. Emperor card clarifying the Seven of Pentacles there. So the Emperor and the Empress card has come up. So for me, that is about a mother and father or two-parent situation where there's disruption in the family. And I think it's now affecting children. I'm sorry this is so heavy, but take this if it resonates. I think it's affecting children, and decisions need to be made. I mean, obviously follow your own intuition, but I'm just reading what I see, you know. And I do feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, this relationship's been a lot of work. Yeah, look. If this person does step forward, your Emperor or Empress does step forward to look at, you know, making an offer and reconciling, there's a lot of work to be done here. A hell of a lot. But you need to see change, and you need to see movement. You need to see change surrounding this situation. Because if you don't see the change, you're going to make the change happen. The family dynamic for you must be happy. There can't be that conflict there all the time. Yeah, look. Whew. Clarifying the Ace of Wands here is the Death card, and again that's about transformation. I really do feel that this situation within your family dynamic has reached a tipping point, and I think you know that there needs to be change, and it needs to be tangible change, you know, for this to continue. Because whatever conflict that's going on between you adults, you know, the children are victims of that, aren't they? So it's keeping that to a, you know, a bare minimum, and doing what's right for the kids. And sometimes staying together is right for the children, but sometimes it's not. And I feel a little bit like you guys are at that tipping point now where you know something's got to give. Let's see the future situation for my earth signs. Bottom of the deck. Wheel of Fortune, look at that. Future situation, change. Forward movement, rapid forward movement and change. Wow. Okay, so you've got the Knight of Swords here, which is about fast-moving communication surrounding this situation. We've got the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. So this is again about this is feminine energy. I almost feel like the more female energy in the relationship has kind of stood up and said enough is enough. Not going to keep having communication that is brash or potentially aggressive, or conflict focused. This needs to be about conflict resolution and finding a way to move forward. And I feel almost like you've said, if this doesn't change, I'm going to do it by myself. I'm going to do it on my own. A lot of feminine energy here, a lot of queens. We've got the Queen of Swords come up in this. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, and we've got the Queen of Cups. Just missing the Queen of Wands here. Let's get some clarifiers on this, the future situation for you guys, Earth signs. Yeah. Queen of Cups again, Sun again. Wow, okay, we'll go with that. So clarifying the overall outcome for is healing. You know in your head that this situation, this relationship, this family needs to be healed. Clarifying the Knight of Swords is the Queen of Cups again. So that's the second time this has come out in the future situation. And the Queen of Cups is controlled emotionally. I feel that, you know, you're sort of stepping into your power and communicating in the correct way and not responding. You know, not responding. You've got your back to that Knight of Swords. It's like, nah. Computer says no. And again, you know, clarifying the Queen of Cups, which is nurturing, emotional stability, stability surrounding your emotions. I feel emotionally, you know exactly where you're at. And look, clarifying that is the Sun card. So again, your priority is the children / your family and / yourself. You know, take what resonates here. And I think you've almost said, if I don't see changes happening, I've got a decision to make. Twos are decisions. Finding balance. And you know that you need to stabilise this situation. And the Two of Wands here is facing that Knight of Swords. This person needs to not run away from this situation and confront it, because you're finding your inner strength, Earth sign. And how interesting that showed itself when I moved into the future situation for your reading. And look, it's come out in the reading as well, post a shuffle. So you know you've got the strength to do this alone. But your primary focus in the near future here is about healing the situation surrounding your children and your family. I'm going to pull you a Daily Angel Oracle card by Doreen Virtue, just to give you a little bit of extra guidance here, Earth signs. And please, again, when I talk about these readings, I'm not talking specifically about male or female. When, you know, look at the queens, this can be male, you know, there can be men with, you know, more female energy. So, you know, I'm not getting into gender stereotypes or anything here, guys. Just take what resonates with you, all right? But there's definitely been some conflict in a family surrounding children, and that there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And one member of this family has kind of stepped up and said, if this doesn't change, I'm going to go it alone. But when the relationship is harmonious, you know, you guys are the Emperor and the Empress, because that's come up in this reading, and that you can be happy. You know, you've got the Ten of Cups there as well, which is about fulfillment and happiness as a family. Let's give you one of these cards for the coming week. Notice the signs. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins and other signs upon your path to remind you that you're loved and never alone. So again, I feel a little bit like this ties in with the Strength card. And also it ties in with the Empress and the Temperance card here, look. Trusting in your intuition and knowing that you're not alone. Let's pull you a couple of Romance Angel Oracle cards as well, Earth signs, for this coming week. But yeah, heavy reading this one, guys. And, you know, may only resonate with a few of you. Maybe none. But definitely feels like there's, you know, big changes are afoot with that Tower card coming out. But the Emperor and the Empress and the Strength card. Big changes. What can the love angels tell you? Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So again, trust yourself. Trust your own judgment. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So again, this is about, it could be about love for self as well. Having boundaries for yourself. Right, guys, that concludes the reading for this week for my Earth signs. I wish you all the best, and I'll be back next week with your star sign readings for the month of June. Oh, I can't believe this month's nearly over. Take care of yourselves, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.